Okay, hi everybody, welcome back to the next experiment. In this experiment, we're going to do the same as before. We're going to generate a random character with random features, but we're not going to draw this character once, we're going to draw this character 2 times. And we're going to change the proportions of the features. So we're going to change relative sizes of each features, and another thing we can change is the position of the features. So features will still have the same general shape, but for example, sometimes the jawline will be much longer compared to the cranium line, and sometimes the cranium line will be bigger. It's going to result in a completely different face. If you like this video and you're interested in getting the full course, you can find it either on Skillshare or on Udemy. Find the link in the description. We start by generating the random features. I've already done it, and these are the features which I've generated. If you like, you can use your gut or your intuition or whatever you want to call it to generate the face. Or if you like, you can use a random number generator. And we're going to draw version 1 and version 2. And we'll start by putting in the rough shapes. The first one has a small forehead and a large jaw. And the second one has a large forehead and a small jaw. And we already see that even though we have the exact same feature shapes, the face looks completely different already. And we just continue like that and just use your imagination or just do something random to think of the different proportions which you're going to add to your face. Okay, now that we're done with the basic forms, let's just reposition them a bit. That's one of the perks of being digital, is you can just resize what you've drawn. If you're old school, if you're on pen and paper, I'm sure you already know hopefully you've drawn these sketches in the right size to start with. And now we're ready to add our finished lines. Remember, these basic shapes are just here to guide us, and we don't need to they're not written in stone. We can follow our intuition and change them just a little bit. Remember, the hairstyle is another huge factor that can change, completely change the look of the face. But unlike the other features, the hairstyle of a person can easily change from day to day. So one day you've got a bad hair day, the next day you got awesome hair. It actually makes a big difference on how you look that day. Also, if you've just been to the hairdresser, somebody might not even recognize you at all. The other day I actually bumped into a colleague and I didn't recognize her because that day she had let her hair down, and usually she has her hair up, she has her hair neatly tied. Because of that I couldn't even recognize her. But of course all her other features were exactly the same as they had been the day before. So a hairstyle can make a very unique identifying feature for a face. But don't forget, a hairstyle is not actually a permanent feature on somebody's face. It can very easily change from one day to the next. As we can see in the second character's hairstyle, quite different from the first. Much neater and much more blocky. But if he wakes up with a bad hair day, or if he changes his personality and goes to the hairdresser and gets a completely different hairstyle, the overall look of the face will be quite different. Okay, next we have coloring and shading. Picking different color combinations is one more factor that also has quite a big impact on the overall look of the character. So let's pick an interesting color combination and make the two characters each look quite unique. Even though, as I've said, they have the exact same basic shapes as features. And as usual, let's pick a nice multiply layer to do the shading. Pick a nice light blue. And we use our basic shapes to help guide the shadows. And there we have it. We started with the exact same basic shapes as features. However, we ended up with two completely unique faces. And if you recall, just varying the features without worrying about changing the proportions will result in more than 78,000 unique combinations. Just imagine how many unique combinations of faces are possible if you not only vary the features, but you also vary the proportions of the features and the relative positioning of things like the eye and the ear. It's just a mind-numbing large number of possible faces that we can produce in this manner. Each of these faces will be recognizable as a unique face. Pretty fascinating if you think about it. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I've got one more experiment coming up, and in that experiment we are going to throw this grid away and we're going to generate a random character just using features which we are just going to make up for ourselves. So, see you in the next experiment. Bye for now. So, I hope you liked this video. If you did, why not support this channel by liking and subscribing? You can also check out my website for more free stuff. So long for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye.